that you are all joining us today. We are extremely lucky today. We have one of my favorite people at BRM, Saad Malik. He's here with us today, and he is going to talk to us about what you need to know about getting amazing reviews. Now, I have talked to Saad and read over these slides and all of this, and guys, I'm telling you, this is good information that you are going to want to know. Also, we have a super exciting announcement for the end of the webinar. So we are actually going to be announcing something special, and Tea with Brittany Lea is going to be switching up a little bit next month. So make sure that you stay tuned to the end of the webinar because I have a special announcement that I want all of you to hear. And if you have any questions, then you can stick those right into the question box and go to webinar, and I'll make sure that these get answered for you because I know that reviews can be a really complicated subject and you probably will have questions or things that you would like Saad to talk to you about specifically. So this is the time to do those. Go ahead and stick those into the question box, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Saad. Hi, Saad. Thanks so much for joining me on Tea with Brittany Lea today.
Hey, Brittany. Thanks for inviting me again. Great to be back, and thanks to everyone for tuning in. During my last Tea with Brittany Lea podcast, we had briefly talked about reviews and brand monitoring, but since this is such an important aspect of marketing, I would like to revisit this topic for a more detailed conversation. So today's podcast is divided into 3 sections. We're going to start off by discussing the importance of reviews. We will then discuss some best practices for soliciting amazing reviews. Lastly, I'm very excited to share some information about this new review and reputation management services that we have started to offer our clients. So let's get started off with the importance of reviews. The 2 key reasons why reviews should be an important part of your marketing strategy are, number 1, to increase traffic to your website by appearing on Google's Map Pack search results section. And secondly, to increase your conversion by influencing potential customers into booking their reservation regardless of the marketing channel that brings them to your website. Now, before I discuss Google's local map pack search result, let's talk about organic SEO search result rankings. SEO is becoming more and more complicated every year. And since the organic search engine marketing industry does not quite operate under a revenue generation model like AdWords, Google has been very vague with providing details about the recent updates to its algorithm that affects website rankings. However, one factor that is behind or an influencer to most of all recent Google algorithm updates is to improve the user experience. And reviews are great at improving the experience of a Google search user because good reviews signal Google that a business or a website is reliable. Now, reviews also play a prominent role for a local map pack search result. The local map pack search results are a group of 3 search results plus a map, which is positioned right before the organic search result ranking. The placement makes it prime real estate because of its prominence within the search result page, and it also makes it easier to outrank and appear before competitors like Airbnb because they do not maintain a local Google My Business account, which makes them ineligible to show up on local map pack. And I have an important statistic to show. So according to Moz, which is a leader in search engine marketing, their 2017 local search user ranking report shows that reviews are one of the top 5 factors for appearing on local map pack search results. So along with helping us rank within this section, reviews attract more clicks to a website because those bright stars that you see on the search result, it just catches users' attention. Now, guests can write a review on your Google My Business profile by simply searching for your business name, and on the right, they're gonna see a write a review button on the right-hand website. And here's a good example of a search result page where you can see the local map pack here, right? The top 3 results, these are local search results within the Austin region. And then you see that the organic search results are shown afterwards. So even the allows you the ability to beat competitors like Airbnb, VRBO, which are sometimes very hard to beat because of the dominance in their website and how well established they have been in the past years with their website URL and their SEO. So reviews can help bring additional Google search traffic to your website, to which you're not paying for, which is very helpful. But on the next set of slides, we're going to discuss the importance of reviews on a much bigger scale. Now, regardless of the marketing channel, whether it may be print ad or a pay-per-click ad, users will read reviews on multiple places before deciding to book their reservation to make sure that they're having a good experience on their vacation. Therefore, it's important to have Google reviews on multiple platforms such as Google My Business, Yelp, and even on your website. According to Right Local, which conducted a survey of over 1,000 US-based consumers, and they've been doing this survey since 2010, they say that 90% of consumers read less than 10 reviews before forming an opinion about a business. And the second stat is that 84% of people trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. And in marketing, we know that word of mouth is still one of the best marketing strategies. So reviews are just a modern day version of word of mouth marketing, where it's direct, there's no ads involved, there's no marketing agency involved. It's basically consumer to consumer conversation. So reviews just, it's an amazing aspect. 39% of, even though this question is a little bit specific to local businesses, the information is still valuable for us to get some insights on consumer behavior trends. So the question was asked that how do online consumer reviews influence your decision to actually use a local business? And interestingly, 39% of people say positive customer reviews make them more likely to use a local business. But then Moz introduced, or Bright Local, I'm sorry, introduced a question in 2016 that asked, in which they found out that 24% of people said that negative reviews make them not want to use a local business. This brings us to the second section of today's presentation, the best practices of review and reputation management. Now, negative reviews are something that our clients have to deal with time to time. Its effects, however, can be mitigated by the following two strategies. Number one, responding to the reviews. Regardless of the situation, establish a neutral frame of mind when you're reading and responding to the review. Discuss the potential post a statement internally to have a better understanding of your situation, so you have the other side of the story, so discussing with your team. And then when you respond to the review, make sure that you're unemotionally addressing the issue. Even if it's an unjust account of the situation, do not disagree with their view. More than responding to the review to the your past guest or the guest that posted the review, this is actually an act to show your future guests that you take customer feedback seriously. So it's very important to just diffuse the situation rather than having a publicly posted argument. And if the review is downright personal or illegal, you may be able to get it taken off, and it's best you contact that website's management and to look into their policy regarding that. And number two, soliciting good reviews. This is a great strategy to deal with negative reviews, because if you have one bad review, in getting 10 good reviews after that is just going to balance it all out, and that one bad review buries it. And in my opinion, it just looks more natural. Businesses have ups and downs, and where they get reviews that are mixed, so it just balances your reviews out. So good reviews, great strategy to get negative reviews addressed. Now, on the next slide, I have somewhat of a simple answer to a question that a lot of you may be thinking right now, which is how to solicit good reviews. Simply just ask. According to bright, local, 7 out of 10 consumers will leave a review for a business if they're asked to. And this can be in a form of email or print. One of my recent vacation rentals, the property manager had a note on the coffee table stating that if this has been anything less than a 5-star experience, please give me a call. And then on the next line on the same paper, it said something along the lines of, it would mean a lot to us if you post your review on one of our social media profiles, and it just provided the URL, the website links to the social media profile. And also, I would recommend that you get reviews on multiple profiles so that it's people, if they're looking on Facebook, if they're looking on your website, if they're looking on Yelp, any other avenue, or Google My Business profile, more importantly, they see a trend of positive reviews all across. Lastly, I would recommend that you respond to all reviews, even the positive ones. What it does is that it makes your guests feel valued for the time they took to write their review, and it influences future guests who write about their experiences because they know that the property management will respond to it and they appreciate it. Now, this is something that a lot of our clients have asked us about, and I'm very excited to announce that we're now offering review and reputation management services to our clients. This is a fully managed solution for generating positive reviews from your guests and increasing your revenue. A little bit of background on how our system works is that our automated system sends a friendly email to your guests to request their feedback. The system intercepts any negative feedback internally so that it could be addressed privately, which reduces the chances of a publicly posted negative review. On the other hand, guests that leave a positive review are then directed to websites like Google My Business, Yelp, and Facebook, for example, and it copies their review for them so that they can easily paste their review on a public website, and that really helps the whole process. It streamlines the process, and more importantly, it relieves the hassle of figuring out how to get your clients to leave a review on this always changing process. The process I explained a little bit earlier on how people could leave a review on Google My Business profile, that hasn't been the same. It changes every now and then. So just staying up to date is a little bit of a hassle. So all of this the system is automated, and it's a very helpful system to get positive reviews and increase your reputation and maintain it altogether on the internet. For any questions regarding plans, pricing, and any questions that you have about this offering, please send us an email at marketing@vrmgr, and Connie and I would be more than happy to discuss that with you.
Awesome. Well, I am going to go ahead and start with some questions for you, Saad, because I had a couple come in while you were talking.
Sure.
And I'd like you to go into depth with these and just kind of give a little bit of explanation because they're really good questions. Number one was, do the Yelp reviews affect your search results?
So not just Yelp, but multiple review platforms, they do influence search results. In certain cases, you may see that even your Facebook reviews, when you search for a business name on the right, it might even show you your review score on the right. So they definitely do affect your search results, and they're one of the 100 to 150 to 200 ranking signals for Google search results. So yes, they not just Yelp, but most of the big websites having positive reviews in them definitely help your search result rankings.
Awesome. And then I had another question from Heather, and she said, if we have old reviews, and I'm thinking that she means like old reviews, like a couple years old, should we reply to those, or should we leave them alone and start fresh?
It's a good strategy to respond to reviews just so that people can see a trend. I would definitely encourage moving forward to respond to all reviews, but then if you can go back and if there's things that people have written that's something really nice, it's good to encourage them, especially if it's a detailed review, someone has written a few paragraphs, it's good to show them that you appreciate their reviews. And it doesn't matter if it's something that you start now, because it could be a change in your marketing team, where we've seen restaurants, things like that within the local region, where all of a sudden you get feedback in regards to reviews. So I think it's good to go back, especially for the ones that have a detailed review, because you want to kind of influence this and create this trend of people leaving a review.
Absolutely. And I really love that you mentioned the point that you shouldn't just reply to the negative reviews. You should also reply to the positive reviews and let people know that you monitor that. Let people know that you appreciate their business. They're more likely to come back and visit you if you actually let them know, hey, we pay attention to you. We're so glad you came and stayed with us. You know, offering discounts and things like that. If you have a discount going on, you know, say, hey, we'd love to have you again this year. Come and book your next stay. One place that I see a lot of reviews where people don't actually know kind of what to do with them, because there is a process to dealing with reviews, is on Facebook. And being that I'm a social marketer, I know a lot of people are concerned about that. And a lot of people don't know that you can actually turn the review feature off on Facebook. If you're having a really difficult time getting a lot of reviews that are positive on your Facebook page, which can be a challenge for some people, because we all know there are internet trolls and they like to come after us sometimes. But I think it's learning to manage those reviews, manage the negative feedback, and actually get people to go on and support you in a positive way that can actually be really effective, because most people when they look at reviews, they actually view them as a personal recommendation. So ask people for their honest feedback. I love that you pointed out, you know, just ask people if you want reviews, if you want good reviews. If you know somebody had a really good stay and they're in your office, or if you've talked to them or whatever, just have a little business card that you hand out to them and you say, hey, you know, that's great feedback. We would really love to hear that on social media so that other people know how well we did. And you know, if you have one that's an unhappy customer, obviously you wouldn't hand that out. You would just tell them, you know, we're happy to make your stay as pleasant as possible. We really try hard to make sure all of our customers are taken care of. So if anybody else has any other questions, go ahead and slide those into the question box. This is your chance to talk to an SEO expert who knows exactly what you're talking about with reputation and review management. So if you have any questions, go ahead and type those in. I'm going to hold on for just a second while I make a really nice, exciting, important announcement, and I'll come back if they get any more questions. The next month, we are changing it up a little bit. We're going to do something a little different. We have done Tea with Brittany Lea. This is our 21st episode. I can't even believe that. It's so crazy that we've had 21 of these. But we are, next month, going to be changing it up, and we're going to be doing our best Instagram marketing secrets revealed. Okay? Now, next month is Tea with Brittany Lea takeover. All right, so my friend and colleague Tracy Sanderson is going to join me next month, and she's going to do what I normally do. She's going to ask all the questions, and she's going to talk to you guys and kind of intro everything. And I'm going to be on here, and I'm actually going to be talking about my Instagram marketing secrets, and I'm going to talk to you about how to stage photos. I'm going to talk to you about how to make sure that you're posting on the right timing for Instagram. I'm going to talk to you about which hashtags to use, where to put your links, how to optimize your profile, all the stuff that you need to know about Instagram. I am literally taking out my playbook and I'm going to read it off to you guys. So you are not going to want to miss that one. That one is going to be on May the 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure that you go over and you click that sign up link in the follow-up email that you're going to get tomorrow. And if you have questions for me about Instagram, that would be really helpful for me. If you guys would just type your questions and email them to me at brittany@virtualresortmanager.com. That'll help me direct my presentation to make sure you guys are getting everything that you need out of the Instagram marketing that I'm going to cover, and make sure that I cover all the stuff that you guys want covered. So if you have questions or you're thinking about it over the next month, let me know. Put those questions in there. I'm always so excited to hear from you guys, and I really appreciate those of you that send me emails and everything to just let me know how much you love the tea. That really makes me so happy that you guys are enjoying Tea with Brittany Lea. And I actually got one question. Thank you, David, for sending in a question, and I'm going to read this to Saad really quick, and then we will wrap up. Would it be beneficial to offer an incentive for good reviews, such as a discount on future stays? That is an amazing question, David. I had that
Yep.
same question myself.
So,
Saad?
so it's very important to not incentivize a good review. It's against most of websites' policy. So you can give them an incentive after they leave a review, or an incentive regardless of the type of review they leave, positive or negative. However, you cannot say something like, if you leave us a 5-star review, we will give you 10% discount. It has to be something like, leave us a review and you'll get 10% discount. So that is a very good question, and it could, if not properly managed, it could lead to getting flagged or penalized. So as long as you're not providing some conditions on their review, it's completely fine. That's a good strategy, because it influences people on leaving a review, and a lot of people do that. A lot of businesses do that, and it actually works great. So incentivize it, as long as you're not saying something like, leave us a good review, and we'll give you X% off. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Saad. Really appreciate your answer there. All right, last little bit. Make sure you sign up for the Instagram Marketing Secrets Revealed for next month. I'm really excited. Thank you all so very much for logging on today. It was kind of a short and sweet tea with Brittany Lea. Next month, put your learning caps on, because it is going to be a long one, because I'm going to be going through everything you need to know Instagram marketing. And I have a surprise for all of you next month, so make sure you log on. And you can always watch the recap on our blog, www.virtualresortmanager.com/blog. I post all of our recap webinars, the videos and the slides and everything you need, all up there on Friday morning. So make sure that you log on and look at that tomorrow. And you can also check your email, because I'll be sending the recap if you were in the webinar or registered for it. So thanks everybody for coming out today, and thank you so much, Saad, for coming and doing this presentation. It was super helpful, and we're really excited that you were here with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.